So I wonder if it's possible to paint a realistic seascape by only painting 2 inches by 2 inches at a time. In total, there's 36 of those squares on this 12 by 12 inch canvas. Let's take a look. Now, if you've seen any of my videos, you know that I have a three-step process. First, I have the blocking, then I have the modeling, and finally the detail phase. But here recently, I've seen some artists portray on social media how they just do it in a one-step process. And what I mean by that, the rest of the canvas is blank and they're just building it straight across, sometimes from the corner, sometimes from the top. But the essentially is they have one scene that they're painting all the way across without doing a full format like I do. So my brain said, well, let's try to take that a step further and see if we can't paint a detailed seascape by using squares. This fits well within our grid method that we use to transfer our reference over. So what I figured is, let's take each square at a time. We'll paint exactly what we see in our reference and see if at the end we come up with a realistic seascape. So to begin with, we start with our typical toned canvas, and this is done by washing over with a little burnt sienna and our Gamsol, just a light coating across the canvas to kind of neutralize it out so we're not looking at stark white. And then from there, we'll go ahead and apply our grid method to transfer our reference onto the canvas. But in this case, it's also going to give us our 2 inch by 2 inch little tiny paintings that we're going to hope to build the puzzle around. The one point of interest to bring up as we get started here is I've went ahead and used a number randomizer to select our numbers, which squares we were going to paint each time. I thought it'd be a little bit too easy to go block to block, especially those connecting. As such, the number selected by the randomizer will be in the bottom left of the screen. Do me a favor and pause the video for a second and leave me a comment on which square you believe is going to be the final square of this challenge. just another quick pause, 18 blocks down, 18 blocks to go. As a reminder, if you're not part of the channel already, we'd love to have you as a subscriber, so click that subscribe button. Make sure you hit the notification bell so that you're alerted anytime we do release a video. And as always, I've reduced your odds for you, so leave me a comment as far as what you think will be the last square we're going to paint. And there we have it, a final scene. Not as realistic as I thought it would be. It can be done, I feel. However, the lesson I learned from this challenge was I probably should have pre-mixed all my color pattern out before I started. As you can tell, there are variances within the scene, and this is caused because I was trying to color match as I went along. Sometimes it went a little more red, sometimes it went a little more blue, but it's not without its advantages, because now when I go to complete the final scene, I now have some color swatches to show me, do I like this better than that? Where do I need to go with the color? So I would say if you were going to do this challenge and you're not looking to just learn from the event, mix up all your colors first, and then as long as you create that 2x2 at the end, you'll complete a complete scene to where it looks realistic. So hopefully you enjoyed this little endeavor. Until next time, happy painting.